the baby touches and gets acquainted with the breast.
Okay, which you're going to learn about it as we go along. Step 3, I'm sure you've been reading books and stuff, because when the baby sucks, you burn the fat and you lose the weight quite quickly, and you can go back to wearing stilettos. Okay? Anything else? They have benefits. When babies feed and are breastfeed exclusively for 6 months,
She reaches the breast, and instinctively the mother assists the baby.
Yes, far away. Some women to become quite stressed, but also it can also be caused by their environment. The fact also that they are single mothers, the fact that they are career women, and they have to balance a career with being pregnant. The career women quite often have a very demanding job, and it's very difficult to compromise both. We do tend to tell women when they attend their first booking appointment, and we also inform the women when they actually complain that they don't feel right and they think there might be a problem, and obviously at that point we need to discuss various options with the woman, and in some cases it is possible that that woman needs to have a one-to-one midwife who sees her constantly throughout the pregnancy, and she has that one midwife to relate to.
Your hormones are trying to get you to nest and create this lovely home environment. So I have seen people very stressed and anxious by trying to move and decorate and get ready, all whilst working full time. And I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, financially, a lot of women work right up until the last moment these days in order to get the longer maternity leave afterwards. So they're working very long hours at the same time. And I think it's really hard on women, and I've been very lucky in my situation in not having to deal with that.
Back here, as we're all started. That Chris Edwards talked about it, I think. The fetus is normally protected from the mother's stress hormones, particularly cortisol, by the placenta. The placenta acts as a barrier. And in the placenta, there's an enzyme called 11-beta-HSD2, which breaks down cortisol, so the fetus is protected. But under conditions of stress, in animals, it's been shown that the level of this enzyme is reduced, so this allows more cortisol to pass from the mother to the fetus. And we don't yet know if that happens in humans, but we're actively studying it. That's one of the things we're doing research on right now. The mother is in the top 15% of anxiety. If she's among the most anxious in the population, but not extremely anxious, her child is at double the risk of various behavioural problems, double the risk of being anxious, double the risk of ADHD, and double the risk of something called conduct disorder. There's only one study that actually helped women right through pregnancy in the first 2 years. That's called the Family Nurse Partnership. it's just been started in Britain by the British government, but it was originated in America about 30 years ago. And what they showed was they had specially trained nurses who went in and helped vulnerable women. This was targeted at very vulnerable, usually young, poor women who are under special levels of stress, and gave them help right through pregnancy in the first 2 years. And the really exciting thing about this study is it's shown that it's helped the outcome for the children in all sorts of ways. And the most impressive way is it reduced the level of criminal behaviour in the children by half.
Breast milk has got so many vitamins and one.
And is now trying to reach it with her mouth. This is the first and only attempt to reach the right breast. 44 minutes.
Yes.
I was just going to say asthma runs in the family gene pool. Will it help the baby's defence against it if you do breastfeed?